morning, Elon. It's Thursday, March 19th, one day away from spring break.
On today's show, you see it happen all the time. We'll talk more about a term that most millennials are guilty of.
We have a new trailer and a behind-the-scenes look at the student film Narcolepsy. We'll sit down with the writer-director.
And we have a musical guest in studio. Freshman Hayley Hasta joins us with her keyboard with a new twist on a teen classic.
Get ready to wake up with ELN Morning. Good morning, Elon. I'm Ashley McGettrick.
And I'm Paige Peroso, and we've got a great show lined up for you this morning.
That's right. We are just hours away from a much-needed spring break, and we're going to give you tips on how to save money on gas and travel time.
And we'll check in with some of the biggest trends online and even meet Elon's newest social media chair.
I'm excited. All that and more is coming up to you on this cloudy Thursday morning. And the sun is still trying to peek out a little bit, but it's soon going to be over the new Elon Loy Farm the solar panels at Elon's Loy Farm. Construction is still going on over the solar farm over on Oak Avenue by the intramural fields. When it's complete, the solar farm will have close to 10,000 panels. But the power generated from the panels will not power Elon University. Loy Farm Solar LLC is leasing the land from Elon and will then sell the power generated by the farm to Duke Energy. The actual panels are expected to be up by the end of the week. The farm should be finished in mid-April or May.
And here in studio with more of the local news you need to know as you're waking up this morning is our Gary Grumbach. Gary?
Good morning, Paige and Ashley. In local news this morning, we start with a crime update. According to court documents, Elon Jr. Joseph Michael Centofanti has been charged with 2 felony and 2 misdemeanor drug charges after the town of Elon police responded to a drug complaint Monday afternoon. Court documents say the felony charges are possession with intent to sell and deliver marijuana and manufacturing of marijuana. The misdemeanor charges include possession of alcohol under the age of 21 and possession of marijuana paraphernalia. Jackie Lee Tripp Mulligan III has also been charged with 2 misdemeanors, including possession of marijuana paraphernalia. According to the police report, items seized from Centofanti include more than $1,100 in cash, more than 140 grams of marijuana located throughout the residence, cocaine, and drug paraphernalia. A new fire station is coming to the city of Burlington. At the City Council's recent meeting, the board approved a $3.4 million bid to construct Burlington's 6th fire station. The proposed location is on Bonner Bridge Road near Highland Elementary School. The City Council also announced the Burlington Fire Department is requesting funding for 15 additional firefighters for this location. Elon first-year Gabriela Rosales is still in critical condition at UNC Hospital as of Wednesday afternoon, after getting hit by a car while crossing North Williamson Avenue Monday night. Members of the Elon community have left well wishes near the accident scene, and messages of encouragement can be left at Newman Lumen Pavilion. Rosales' sorority, Zeta Tau Alpha, is hosting a profit share at the Greek apparel store All That Jazz here in downtown Elon. The All That Jazz Facebook page says 10% of today's in-person and online sales will be going towards a recovery fund for Rosales. The Oak House Coffee Shop and clothing boutique Mint will also be donating a portion of their profits to the recovery fund. Paige, back to you.
The Elon's women's basketball team is heading into the postseason tonight. This is their first postseason appearance since becoming a Division I program back in 2000. Late Monday night, the Phoenix received a bid to play in the Women's National Invitation Tournament. The Phoenix will face Georgia Tech out of the Atlantic Coast Conference in the first round at 7 p.m. in Atlanta. Elon has a 19-12 record, which is the best regular season record for Elon under head coach Charlotte Smith. We spoke to her over the phone as the team traveled down to Georgia.
The things I'm looking forward to most is just, our team and our seniors being able to continue their season. We came off of some great play in the CAA conference tournament, so definitely looking forward to continue playing a few more games.
If Elon advances to the second round, they will face off against Ole Miss, scheduled to take place March 21st to the 24th. Good luck to the women, including our sports anchor, Zora Stevenson.
The spring break countdown is getting to the wire. Our Katie Kaler is live in downtown Elon to tell us what the weather is looking like for today here in Elon and for the week in some of the spring break hotspots. Katie?
Good morning, ladies. Tomorrow is the first day of spring and the first day of spring break, but we do still have 2 more days of classes here at Elon. Today, expect cloudy skies turning into rain this evening with a high of 48 and a low of 41. But what about break? Here's the weather for some popular destinations up and down the East Coast. If you're headed south to Myrtle Beach, the highs will be in the 60s with lows in the 40s and 50s all week. But make sure you pack an umbrella. There's expected to be some rain during the week. And if you're headed further south to Panama City Beach, Florida, expect temperatures to reach the high 70s during the day and lows in the 50s and 60s and partly sunny for most of the week. Now, if you're headed for a chillier break up north, in Washington, D.C., partly cloudy skies with the highs in the 50s and 60s and lows in the 30s. And if you're traveling to the Big Apple, New York City is going to be sunny, but highs will only be in the 40s and 50s and lows in the 30s. That's just some of the weather that's coming this week. Paige, back to you.
Thanks, Katie. Now, for a break, some students might find themselves jumping into their cars and driving down the highway for a welcome vacation. But what is the easiest way to get to your spring break spot? Our Justin Beagle is here with an app that can get you to your destination in no time. Justin, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Paige. Today's app of the week is called Waze. Forget those other driving apps because Waze not only saves you time, it can also save you a lot of speeding tickets on the road. Here's how it works. You first type in where you want to go. So for me, I'm going to put in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. That's where I'm heading this week. And instead of giving you just your traditional route, Waze updates itself while you're driving to find the quickest roads. Then there's my favorite feature. Waze alerts you when there are hazards on the road, say a pothole, traffic up ahead, or police locating half a mile. I use this app every time I drive to and from school for the holidays, and it has been a lifesaver. So if you want to beat the traffic, and for you speedsters, an expensive ticket, Waze is the way to go. Ashley and Paige, back to you.
I know I wouldn't need that. I drive on 85 for literally 200 miles, and that would be very helpful for...
I'm just to the airport and back.
But there's always traffic on 85. There's always construction, and I hate getting stuck in construction traffic, so I'd really love to have that to avoid it.
It's good. And traffic looks pretty clear in Studio A.
Yeah,
according
looks good.
to the apps right now, so it's right. Well, Waze might be the app to get you where you need to go, but how are you going to save money on gas? We have Kaylee Tracy live in the studio with tips on where you can fill up the cheapest. Kaylee?
Thanks, Ashley. Now, if you're getting ready to fill up your tank before you embark on a 13-hour road trip to Florida like me, you may want to see how far that gas already in your tank can get you. Filling up right here at the Kangaroo on Haggard will cost you $2.28. But if your tank can get you to South Carolina, GasBuddy.com says the average price is $2.11. Headed north for break, hit up New Jersey. The Garden State has gas at $2.19 on average. And if you're going on a cross-country road trip, you're in luck. Tennessee's average gas price is $2.16. So if you're tight on cash, be sure to make a pit stop in these states for gas. With your Pump Patrol, I'm Kaylee Tracy.
Thanks, Kaylee. Now, when we get back from spring break, Elon and Burlington Times News will be holding a community connections panel on hunger in Alamance County. The discussion will take place the Tuesday we get back, March 31st, in McKinnon Hall at 7 p.m. There will be panelists from Allied Churches, Woods Farm, the Alamance County Department of Social Services, and Elon University's Department of Exercise Science. Assistant Professor of Political Science Jason Husser says this type of event helps Elon students realize the needs outside of the Elon bubble.
It's kind of one of these basic things, not having enough food to eat or not having shelter, that it doesn't really matter even if there were only 10 people facing this problem. That's still a problem.
All members of the community are invited to attend the open conversation.
Now, it's something that you use every day. Some might even say they depend on it. Find out why your phone might be hurting you socially, coming up.
And after the break, we are going to see a clip and sit down with the producer and writer-director for Narcolepsy, a new psychological thriller produced by Elon students. Welcome Welcome back. The student film Narcolepsy, a psychological thriller, is coming out this spring, and I'm here with writer-director senior Jordan Ruman and one of the producers, our own Patterson Huggins, who you might recognize from her work with ELN as well. So thank you both for joining us, but before we get to chatting about Narcolepsy, we have the new trailer premiering right here on ELN Morning, so let's take a look. Okay, a little dark, you know, not what I want to wake up to necessarily, but it does look so interesting. Now, you guys have been working on this for quite a while. Mm-hmm. That's right. And it's on set with all students, right? Which is amazing because it looks so professional. What was that like? Is the camaraderie of Elon students working on this professional film?
I would say absolutely. I mean, one of the things that's really cool is we just had our first shoot day this past Sunday, and we had a crew of over 30 people working on set, just doing different things, running around, taking care of different tasks on set. So the thing we really try to do is just keep this as professional as possible. And as a result, I think everybody has done such a good job of coming together and been collaborating together really well. So yeah, the camaraderie has really been cool to really, I think, demonstrate the strength of the Elon community, which has really been there the whole time.
Awesome.
So.
And another great thing that we've done is we brought in extras and PAs from some local high schools in the area that have film programs. So it's a great experience for us as Elon students to be on the other side and be the teachers and work with these younger students and help them to understand more about film and how the process works.
That is so awesome. And we always talk about getting outside of the Elon bubble, and this is a topic that also kind of gets out of something we usually talk about as well. What was the inspiration for this?
Yeah, well, it was actually pretty funny. I was in a class one day last semester, and I almost fell asleep during a lecture. And I thought it'd be really interesting to explore a story about a character who had narcolepsy and fell asleep during the day, couldn't regulate his sleep-wake cycles. And so I started building this whole story around this character because having narcolepsy, I feel like would just be extremely, extremely difficult to deal with. Yeah. So once we got the story going, we just kind of moved forward with pre-production, and then I did more research about narcolepsy itself and other sleep disorders, and then that's kind of how the whole story started. And it's a topic that I think is really under-researched, especially in the medical community, and something that I wanted to personally learn more about and explore with this story. So that's
right.
Kind of where
It's learning in so many ways, with cinema and with mental disorders, specifically narcolepsy. So I'm excited to see the film. Thank you guys so much for coming and sharing that with us. To find out more, we can follow you on social media?
Yes.
Okay.
We have an Instagram, we have a Facebook page, we have our own website. So yeah, be sure
Awesome.
to check those out.
Narcolepsyfilm.com.
All right, we're going to push it on our social media too. So we are Team Narcolepsy. Well, you know, the film Narcolepsy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, right now we're going to go over to Paige to see what's coming up next in the show. Paige?
Thanks, Ashley. Well, after the break, we'll tell you about a trend that's quickly turning into a social faux pas and an older song with a new sound. We'll have Hayley Hasta in the studio to perform a rendition of a song that might have been on your middle school playlist. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to ELN Morning. If you are in an awkward social situation, you might rely on your phone to get you out of it. But constantly being on your phone, texting or calling, is starting to impact our generation's social skills. Let's take a look.
The millennial generation, which includes almost every student on this campus, seems to always have their hands and eyes glued to their phones, including Alex Bohannon.
I have sort of used the phrase, not having my phone is like not having my left arm, and that's a lot, isn't it?
While cell phones are great for some forms of communication, all that technology can take away from normal face-to-face conversations. And now this social faux pas has a name.
When you have sort of kind of your phone in front of you, you're sort of disconnected from the conversation that's in front of you.
Now, if you've ever been at lunch with someone and they've paid more attention to their phone than they did to you, then you've been phubbed.
Phubbing, so I just want to, phubbing is like when you are being rude. Yes, okay, right.
The definition of phubbing is using your phone to snub someone, or basically paying more attention to your technology than your friends.
I was checking my phone and I was talking to her at the same time, or she was talking to me, and then I said something that had nothing to do with what she just said.
So while your cell phone might connect you to your friends online, be careful from letting it disconnect you from the real world.
I know that I always accidentally do this, but I know it's so bad.
I can't stand this. It's like, and it's more than just the phone. Like, when you're sitting in class, look around at your classmates, no one is even paying attention to the teacher.
No,
like,
I know.
It's like,
but
just
you think,
pretend.
You
Like,
think
fake it.
You're like, oh, a quick email, I'll be fine. But then it's like a quick email, and then you have to text on, and then you finish your home. It's bad.
Drives me crazy. But anyway, I'm sure I'm guilty of it too. Now, many students are using their phones in social situations to check out the latest trends online, and our Jonathan Winston has been doing that all morning over in our social center. Jonathan, what is happening in the cyber world? We are sorry about technical difficulties. It wouldn't be a tech center without some technical difficulties, right? But we're going to move on now to, let's see what's coming up next. We are up. Well, most students follow Elon University on Facebook and Twitter, as Jonathan is. We'll try and get back with him. But not many people know the person behind the screen. 2010 graduate Adam Constantine took over social media posts at the beginning of the month. Our Brooke Wovag got to know a little bit more about the man behind the media.
Now Adam Constantine might be posting on social media, but when he was at Elon, you might remember him from posting up on the basketball court. Constantine was on the team all 4 years and went on to play professionally in 7 different countries after graduation. He credits the game with teaching him valuable life lessons.
It helped me develop as far as time management, as far as communication, as far as, teamwork sounds generic, but working with others to come to a goal that's bigger than yourself.
After playing professionally for more than 4 years, Constantine decided to leave the game behind. When the social media chair position opened up at Elon, he didn't hesitate to apply.
And when this position came up, I absolutely applied. I jumped at the chance. So and it's been great ever since I got here.
As social media chair, Constantine is responsible for a large audience. Elon's Facebook has more than 22,000 likes, the Twitter close to 13,000 followers, and the Instagram with around 9,000 followers.
My job here is to essentially get out the university's information, whether it be about sports, whether it be about academics, alumni.
While Constantine doesn't know what his future has in store for him, right now he's just loving what he does. Brooke Wivag, ELN Morning.
Well, sticking with the tweet trend, Jonathan Winston is back up and running in the social center. Let's see what he has for us trending online. Jonathan?
Well, thanks so much, Ashley. Hopefully you can hear me this time, but there is a lot happening on social media this morning, but we're going to start off with something a little more serious. Some sad news out of the University of Virginia has sparked outrage all over social media. Early yesterday morning, a African-American student was arrested, and a video release shows UVA student Martise Johnson pinned on the ground screaming. A very sad video indeed, but it has sparked some serious outrage. Check out this picture from UVA's campus last night at a rally being held from Katie Hendron. She says, "We talked about the need for equality, but when it happens at home, it's more personal. Proud of UVA. Hashtag justice for Martise." And just so you get an idea of how big this crowd was, check out this other picture from @NewSoftShoe. She says, "UVA looking so powerful. Hashtag justice for Martise." Now, hashtag justice for Martise was trending all day yesterday and into the morning. Some very sad news. Hopefully we'll get some positivity out of UVA later today. But on a lighter note, let the madness begin. March Madness tournament officially begins today with tip-off of the first game this afternoon at 12:15. And this tournament will surely take over social media for the next month or so as everything goes down. But check this out. Yesterday afternoon, President Obama went live on SportsCenter to fill out his bracket, and to no surprise, he picked the University of Kentucky as the national champion after their undefeated season. But a little more surprising, he picked Davidson, our former Elon rival, to go all the way to the Sweet 16. This was a bold choice, Mr. President, but hopefully it will work out for you. Speaking of bold choices, check out this picture from @Maxwell_House. He says, in honor of #March Madness and the tournament starting today, I slept with my bracket last night. Well, hopefully, Max, that will work out for you. You'll have to let me know. Maybe I'll start sleeping with my bracket. And finally, everybody seems to be talking about Empire, Fox's new show. Had its season finale last night with star-studded cameos from Jennifer Hudson, Patti LaBelle, and even Rita Ora. And now check this out. Our former news director, Joe Bruno, snagged a picture with a couple of cast members at a party down in Charlotte. Very cool for him, Joe, down there in Charlotte. But Ashley and Paige, that's all I have for you over here in the social media corner. What do you think of all this Empire hype? It's pretty crazy, right?
Empire is crazy.
Craziness. Gotta stick on line.
Right after the break, we will have our musical guest, Hayley Hasta.
Okay. Wow, that was rough.
Welcome back to ELN Morning. We're here with today's musical guest, Hayley Hasta. But before we get to see her musical genius, let's learn a little more about Hayley. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm here with freshman singer-songwriter Hayley Hasta. She's here to tell me a little bit about her career as a rising musician on Elon's campus. Thank you so much for being here, Hayley.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I guess I am a freshman here. I am studying arts administration and I'm minoring in jazz. And been working a lot on music and playing.
What are you most passionate about when it comes to music?
Well, for me, it's like this really strong, like, passion you get from it, and it, like, I feel that more from music than anything else that I do. Baby, can't you see I'm calling? A guy like you should wear a warning. It's dangerous, and I'm calling. There's no mistake, I can't wait. I need a hit, so baby, give me it. It's dangerous, and I'm loving it. Too high, I can't come down. Losing my head, spin around and around. Can you feel me now? With a taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. Your toxic tongue slipping under with the taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? Yeah, I love what you do, don't you know that you're toxic? It's getting late to give you up. I took a sip from the devil's cup. Slowly it's taking over me. Too high, I can't come down. losing my head, spin around, turn around. Can you feel me now? With the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. Your toxic tongue slipping under with the taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? Yeah, I love what you do, don't you know that you're toxic? Intoxicate me now with your loving now. I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready now. Intoxicate me now with your loving now. I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready now. Intoxicate me now with your loving now.